Thinkosaurus Podcast.
Hello, so welcome to Thinkosaurus episode 98. I am your host this episode. So we have our other hostesses,
Melissa.
Michelle.
Anna. Okay. Well, I can't talk today. Today is my episode, and I have thought that we should talk about a topic that we
talk about mothers. Sorry.
I would say it's probably a topic that us girls probably are not very good or know about that well, which is sports.
I know stuff about sports.
I only know a little bit because of my boyfriend,
Okay.
but I was just saying, do you guys know about sports?
Is this a quiz?
No.
Okay.
I was just saying, like, if you guys knew stuff about sports and everything.
I know the difference between I'm not dumb. I know that, there's touchdowns, there's free throws and all this stuff. Like when you're talking about basketball, you don't say, "Oh, look, that's a touchdown." No, you don't say that. Like, I know that.
Yeah, see, those, like, the terms and everything, I didn't really know a lot about.
Yes, like football, first down, and stuff like that. I felt dumb because, like, this was probably several years ago, but, like, when you're watching football on the screen and, like, you see those colored lines come up or whatever.
I thought that was part of the floor.
I thought it was part of the field.
Part of the field, yeah.
And I'm just kind of like, can the players see that? Or is
You
it
guys
just...
are so cute.
I'm telling you. Because I'm just like... I was like, what are those lines for? And stuff like that. And then, of course, Chow explained. He's like, no, they cannot see that. It's just for us. And I'm like, okay.
Well, to be fair, I have an advantage that I was raised in a city where a national football team was in. So, go Green Bay Packers! Yeah!
Green Bay.
I'm a cheesehead.
How about you? You're kind of quiet.
I'm like y'all. I know stuff here and there, but I'm not like a diehard. Like for Super Bowl, I watch it for the halftime show.
That's what I said too. Because when
Depending on who's playing, I watch
when I
it
was
for the halftime show.
when I was inviting my boyfriend over for that football, he's like, "Oh, I didn't know you guys watched football," and I'm like, "I only watch it, or my sister and I only watch it for the Super Bowl or the halftime."
Yeah, or like just the last two teams. That's it. I'm interested in the last two teams. That's it.
Like the actual Super Bowl plays. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, "Do you actually know like the actual terminologies while you're watching?" We're like, "No, I just sit there and just watch the ball go back and forth and watch the players go at it."
It's like we have our brother
Yeah.
and husbands to tell us.
I think we know like the
Yeah.
main terminology,
Yeah.
but like when it gets very technical, I think that's when it's kind of like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, because that's me with Rod and his soccer, and he'll like tell me like all these terms, or like when there's a foul. So there's like because apparently they get lots of fouls, but then they have to sometimes hit it off from the side of the field in soccer, and I'm just like, wait, why is he doing that? Because he hit it in this aisle or in the box, and he's not supposed to be in the box, and I'm like, huh? And I'm like,
Oh, the goalie's box?
yeah, the
Yes.
goalie's box and everything, and I was just like, I don't get it.
Well, yeah, when you shoot for a goal in soccer, you're not supposed to be in the goalie's box area. Otherwise, it's a foul or it doesn't count or something like that.
Yeah, or that, or like, and then I'm just like comparing American soccer to Mexican soccer, and I'm just seeing the difference of how aggressive they are compared to the American soccer, and I'm like, God damn, they're so mean on the freaking on the ground during gameplay.
I don't blame them, man.
They're rough.
That field is long, I would get tired and angry. And
They're literally like running and they're like kicking really hard, or like
Yeah.
they're like yanking each other off each other like really hard. I'm just like, yeah, see, I can't. I can't
They're
do
not
that.
my dirty mind. I'm like, oh, they can run really far. They have good endurance.
yeah.
Yeah,
Good
and-
stamina.
yeah, they
Okay.
do.
Yeah.
yeah, because
Like a fourth.
yeah, Rod will tell me, baby,
What?
because Rod's like, yeah, the fields don't look that big and like from the TV view, but when you're actually on the field, it's far.
yeah, it's huge.
Yes, it's huge.
That's why like the game is only like 2 points to 0 or something.
Yeah,
you
for
know?
them, and then I'm like seeing it, and I'm just like, damn, this is take forever.
Oh, you should meet a soccer player then, maybe, Liz.
Ooh. Okay, like Monk Sports is
No.
different. yeah, see
I'm
what
not
I'm
talking
saying?
about that.
Yeah.
I'm saying anybody.
Who
Oh,
plays
yeah,
soccer.
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, who
Yeah,
plays
yeah.
soccer.
Maybe you
Sure.
can learn some endurance.
Yeah,
Gain some endurance.
because sometimes I'll ask him like, hey, you know, if you like when you're at the gym, when you look at other guys, do you look at other guys' legs, and then can you usually like tell if they play sports just to base up the way they look? He's like, sometimes you can, like for like legs, you can kind of tell if they're like soccer players. And I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, you usually can see like the muscles on their legs, and you can kind of tell. And I'm just like, wow.
That's delicious. That's good.
It's kind of like how us girls
It's the
like we'll look at.
thighs.
I hate to
Yeah.
objectify men, but like sometimes we'll like look at some of the men. Like I don't know if you guys did this like in high school, but you kind of look at how their physique is, and you're kind of like, oh, that's a football player. Oh, that's a baseball player because he has an ass. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The ass thing, yeah, usually it's the baseball
To
players
be
that
fair,
have.
that's in our
that have it.
like line of vision.
Yeah,
Because
it's not like
short.
we're,
We're short,
okay, it's
yeah.
not like we're actually
Yeah.
looking like hard.
I'm looking.
But like, yeah, sometimes people are like, oh, the way your physique is and your butt, you are definitely a baseball player. And then like some football players, you can tell because they're a little bit more meatier, and
Yeah.
they have a butt too, a little bit depending on what position they are in
Yeah.
on the team. And the soccer players are always
Thin.
They're
thinner?
They're on the thinner, but they got
Yeah.
legs.
yeah, but they
have
got
the legs.
really good legs.
Oh yeah.
They have
Yeah.
the
And then
muscles
you
on
have
the leg.
basketball who are just
Tall,
Yeah, tall,
tall,
and
and
lanky.
lanky. That's it.
tall, lanky. They always have this long ass sports socks, and then they have sliders.
Yeah,
That was
true.
every basketball player in high school for me was the long Jordan socks and sliders. Yeah, 'cause,
sorry to objectify men, but I mean,
I mean,
I mean, we just look. We don't touch.
Yeah.
We also don't say. We
I mean, I do that with girls too.
We're not
'Cause sometimes some of the girls you can kind of tell too, like if they're soccer players,
oh yeah, or like softball players,
softball players,
or
you can,
basketball players.
yeah, usually you can tell.
Volleyball.
Yeah.
Woo. Them thighs and booty.
Yeah, because when I see like the softball players, you can kind of see because they're thicker on the bottom half.
and they have bigger arms too.
Yeah, they
'cause
have bigger
they're-
arms.
They're throwing.
And then soccer's, it's usually the soccer girls that I know of, they have really thick thighs because they run.
Yeah, that feels big.
Yeah, because I had a friend that was on the soccer team, and she always had really thick thighs, but she was scrawny, but her thighs were probably the thicker parts of her. Yeah. But yeah, I was just seeing if you guys knew because recently my boyfriend's been into basketball, so he's been into watching basketball. There was only like one basketball game that I was into because there was a bag of chips on the line. Because it was between, I think it was the Lakers and I
The
think
Heats.
it was the Golden States, I think,
Oh.
with Stephen Curry.
Uh-huh.
So Stephen Curry and LeBron James team going at it, and I had to sit there and think about it. I was like, LeBron James, isn't he the one on the Ruffles chips, the spicy cheddar?
Yes.
And then I was like, oh, it is. And then I looked and looked down. I was like, wait, isn't Stephen Curry on the other one, the spicy barbecue? And I was talking this to my boyfriend. He's like, yes. How do you know? I'm like, because they were on the bag for a while. He's like, that's funny. He's like, you know what? Let's make a bet. If their team, whoever team wins, you'll get that kind of bag of chips. And I was like, oh, okay. And so That was the only basketball game I actually sat there and watched the whole thing because a bag of chips was on the line.
Didn't you call the teams the chip names too?
Yeah, the spicy cheddar and the spicy barbecue.
So who won?
It was the LeBron's team, the Lakers.
Oh, that's the one we like.
Yeah.
The cheddar. Whoa.
So they won. I was like, yes, I get a free bag of chips. So yeah, the next day we went to go buy a bag of chips.
Wow.
That's so sweet of him, though.
Yeah, he's just like, I'm so proud. But then again, he likes the Milwaukee Bucks. So for those who
Who?
watch basketball, the Milwaukee Bucks.
Oh.
And I'm just like, that's weird that you chose Milwaukee Bucks. But okay.
That's funny you say that because I think recently, I don't know if you guys saw on social media that Brenda Song was mic'd up. Yes. And I was like, she's so like us, like so human. She was like, come on, come on, come on.
Yeah, Macaulay was just sitting there like laughing at her, and I was like, "Oh, that's so sweet."
Yeah,
Oh,
they
I didn't
balance
see
each
that.
other very well.
Yeah,
I feel like that's me and Rod. Like when we're doing stuff and I'll be really loud, he'll just sit there and watch me like, what the hell is this girl doing? But he's like entertained. That was him yesterday during the party when I was taking snaps of the woman. He would just thought it was so funny.
I'm telling you, it's a faja with butt pads. Is what it is.
I don't even know what a faja is. What's a faja?
It's like what
a
they-
corset.
It's a waist trainer.
waist
It's like a
corset.
corset
That's what they call
thing,
it.
but it goes.
There are some
Oh.
fajas with like butt pads. So now that you say that, makes probably more sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
But all different angles. Every time I kept flipping through, I was like, another angle, another
Because
angle.
I thought I was going crazy because I think it was also the way she was walking. It wasn't moving.
It's probably a
It's
butt
faja
pad.
with butt pads.
Yeah, so I was like,
No,
I was just so like immersed. And he's like, why you keep looking at her? I'm like, because it doesn't look right. He's like, you're so cute.
Every
Just
time I
quit.
look-
Just quit looking at her.
I kept looking through the snaps, and I'm like, oh, okay. And all of a sudden, I'm like, this is the 6th angle. Like, how many more?
I didn't want to ask her either because I don't know if she even spoke English.
Oh my god, it's just so funny though.
Again, what I said to Michelle, she'd be like, "Hey, what's your workout routine? I really like the shape of your bottom."
Yeah,
And see what she says. Yeah.
No speak English. This is what she's gonna
my
say.
Yeah.
Just to like avoid the question.
Yeah.
Because some girls are like just very transparent about it. They're like, "Oh yeah, I got it done."
Yeah, but she was in work mode, so I didn't want to interfere with her
Oh.
either. Because I think there was, a videographer, next to her.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Now that we've said fajas, your phone will be listening, and you'll be seeing faja TikToks now.
I don't know. I had to look it up what the fajas was earlier, so it probably will pop up sooner or later.
Yeah, no.
Faja, butt pads, BBLs.
Yeah.
Sometimes every time I like wear certain pants or a dress, I always tell Molly, "Does my butt look okay? Is my butt flat? Like, do I have a toad butt?" Like Molly's always like, "No, you don't have a toad butt."
Guys,
There's some
none of you guys have a toad butt, okay?
Frog butt?
Yes.
I don't know. Like, again, since I've gotten like bigger, I'm just kind of like, do I have an ass?
You
Like,
do.
is it flat?
Okay, you have, okay, ours isn't flat, okay? It's just, we just have fat
It's like
on
a
the
cute
top.
little.
It's like it's not. It's not fat. It's more like it's just wide, but you
Yeah.
still have a little bit of shape on the body.
Yeah.
You guys' butts are cute and little.
And then we,
So she's saying we do have toad butts.
No, but the
No,
toad
toad
butt
butt-
I
is
know. I know.
flat.
Yeah.
toe butt looks like they're sucking in,
To do the Nacho Libre.
yeah, they're doing the Nacho Libre. That's what frog butts look
Probably
like.
from the shop. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frog butts look like they're sucking their ass
Yeah,
in.
like
Oh,
Nacho
Yeah, but
Libre.
okay, the frog butts aren't cute and little. The frog butts are.
Hey, the frog butts is what when Matthew and Michael did not know what we were talking about
Yes, I know.
until I showed them a picture and they lost it. So now when we see girls with those
Butts.
butts. I look at Matthew them. I'm like, is it a frog butt? He's like, stop. He's like, I can't unsee it. Ever since he showed me those photos.
So it's basically when Nacho Libre like squeezes his.
Yes.
We just to show you photos.
I know.
Yeah, insert photo.
It's just so
I know.
funny.
I know.
Oh my gosh. But yes, I'm always scared of that. So, girl, you wear that. What is it called?
Faja.
I
Faja.
was gonna say fapa. Faja. You wear it, girl.
But man, those look like they hurt. But
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, it does compress your ribs.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I would probably wear one, like if I found a decent one I want to wear.
Kind of like the leggings that I bought from was it Halara, and it's like the butt shaping ones. Michelle was looking at it. She kept looking at my butt, and I go, "It's booty shaping." It has a band too.
Did
Like
you buy it recently?
was
I
a while
bought
back, I
it a while
think.
back, like maybe earlier this year, and I wore it.
You know, yeah, I was looking at her like,
Did you feel like Nacho Libre in them? Were you about to squeeze your butt cheeks too? Were you like,
No, it was just I just felt my butt was a little small because I just felt like the band kept like slipping out of like where it's supposed to be.
oh,
But I think it's just because I don't have enough meat
Below.
to scoop it.
cup.
Yeah, if that makes sense.
yeah,
Because I mean, it's just a band. It's not like any extra padding. It's just a band.
yes, because her butt looked different.
Yeah.
Off. So I'm like, what?
But hey, I liked it though, and that's why I'm like,
Yeah, it looked
I need
nice.
to work my ass out.
That just reminds me of looking at some of the girls at the gym and like the top that they wear, and like sometimes it's like cold, a little chilly in the gym, and I'm like, damn, you're basically wearing a bra.
Nipping?
No, like on the back, it's like it's just a band.
I've seen those, but I think there must be girls that like work out so much they're really sweaty.
Yeah, but the ones I've seen that's just like the band, you can see that they work out.
Oh.
Like, but I was like,
Yeah.
that's all I was like, oh.
I don't know
Listen,
what you're
if
talking
my
about.
body was snatched and all that, I would be wearing that too.
Yeah, me too. I'm not gonna.
But they
lie.
were like, on the smaller scales, so they were like dinky and like scrawny.
Yeah, I would wear it.
I mean, I would wear it now, but I feel like my body would eat it. Like it'll get like sucked underneath.
Oh, that's like that one
If
girl.
that makes sense.
That one girl on TikTok where she's like trying to work out, and like when she went bent down, and then her bra snapped, and that's all she was wearing was the sports bra.
Oh no!
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah, she kind of just had to hold it like this, and she's like, well, workout's done for the day, kind of thing.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm scared of.
Yeah, that's why I don't know if it's because she had a clamp on the back. Cause some sports bras are like that where there's a clamp on the back. But I don't know. Well, going back to sports, did you guys play any sports back in the day?
Not like officially on like a team, like school wise. No.
I know you just played like sports for fun at school, wasn't it? Like, for-
That was just during PE.
oh.
But apparently, I excelled in them with my tiny little self to where everybody was shocked when I received an award for it.
Oh
Oh, do you guys not know?
no.
no!
That's what that's what the grayish white plaque is on that mom and dad's show.
Oh, I didn't know that was for that. I thought it was like you actually went to a game.
No, that was for PE because I was like, I forgot what the plaque says, but basically saying that I was like an astounding sports player or whatever, because whatever sports we were playing, I would excel at it, even though with my tiny body and stuff like that, people wouldn't expect me to, but then I would be. You know, because like I would play basketball, I would play flag football, volleyball, and all whatever sport that the gym teacher would be having out there for us girls to be doing. I would play it to like my all. Like I would play it. And she was always like amazed at it. And same with the other girls in the class. They're all like, "Why are you playing so for real? It's just PE." And I'm like, "Because it's fun." That's what PE is for. It's, you know, it's physical education. You go and get physical. So, and plus, like, it's not just me. Like, there was a few other girls who were into it too. So, whenever we go against each other, you're literally watching a sports match. You know? And then when we did co-ed, we were outside. We were playing baseball. Yeah. Me and, like, whoever was into playing, we would play the game against the dudes. And that was when Chow hit the baseball and hit that one girl in the face twice.
Twice?
Twice. Same girl, but 2 different times. Of like, yeah, 2 different days or weeks or whatever.
Oh, because they meant the same game. I was like, I'm done. I'm out.
No,
you better give me an A for this. I'm out.
I believe she was pitching to him, and when he hit the ball, it went straight back to her.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I mean, it wasn't like horrible, like where she was bleeding or anything, but yeah, it definitely hurt.
It stunned her.
Yeah, it's thunder.
Ooh.
No, I don't think they didn't let us play baseball, even in gym, back in middle school.
Really?
Nope.
We played it outside. I remember.
They never really had us play outside, or except for like maybe one day they'll have an outdoor day, but then you kind of got to play whatever you wanted to play out there.
Oh nope. When we were
Yeah.
outside, it was either baseball or flag football.
Wait, this was in middle school?
This was at the I-High.
Yeah, the I High, if I remember correctly. Yeah, we
Oh.
didn't.
I didn't have gym in I-High.
Oh, I didn't have gym in I High. I had it in middle school, 6th, 7th.
Mm-hmm.
And the only time we went outside was just a free play, and you got to play whatever you wanted to play out there. And it was at that park behind the middle school, the track area, the field area.
See, we didn't have that when I
Yeah.
was in 6th and 7th grade.
And
Yeah.
so you kind of got to do whatever, but most of the boys, I think they just played like football or something, or like soccer.
You guys should have taken it in I-High because the teacher, Coach Allen, she was always fun. She was a good coach.
We had too many like required electives that like we couldn't really do.
You had only
PE.
like maybe, yeah, like one or two that you could do.
Mm-hmm.
What? I don't remember that because I chose PE for both semesters.
Yeah, because I had choir for one of my electives, and then I forgot what my other one was.
I know ceramics.
Ceramics was not until 8th grade.
Oh.
What I-High is what 9th and 10th?
Yes, it was 9th and 10th for us.
Yeah, I think mine was like orchestra. I think broadcasting.
You were in broadcasting?
Yeah, I was in broadcasting.
Oh, I do not remember that.
Mhm.
Why can't I remember my other one? Oh, I think it was some kind of artsy thing. Some kind of... But I don't think it was ceramics.
Yeah, I had other electives that I
Yeah.
wanted to try because I was like, I'm tired of PE. Like, I want to try other things.
You know, that's fair.
Yeah,
You know.
I'm not as y'all can see, I'm not a PE person.
I'm trying to think what my electives were, because I think by my time, 9th grade was by itself in that one building.
God damn,
Yeah.
I feel old.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that year, I think it was ceramics.
Mm.
But then in 10th grade, that's when we moved to high school. So, yeah, I don't remember. There was just so many things. I think it was just art that I chose to do.
Nope. If there was an option for PE, I always took it. The only time that I stopped taking it was in junior and senior year because that's when I started going to tech. So, but yeah, no, because PE was like the only class that I didn't have to worry about assignments or projects.
Yeah, it was an easy A. Yo.
Yeah, it was an easy ass A, and I got like my workout in for the day, you
Yeah.
know? And it was fun because I loved playing sports, whether I was good at it or not.
She's an adrenaline junkie. Just saying.
She gets that from
I used to
Mom.
be, not no more.
Yeah, she gets
Yeah,
that
I
from
know.
mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to
Adrenaline
be,
junkie.
not anymore. You will not catch me getting on roller coasters nowadays.
I have to have a motion sickness patch. I'm old. I need a motion sickness patch now. Even
Yeah.
on the Ferris wheel, I need a motion sickness patch.
Oh my god. But yeah, I guess you call it adrenaline rush. thing, whatever, because I always found it more fun when we did co-ed and we played with the guys. Mainly because half of the girls in class didn't want to do anything or didn't want to participate.
A lot of them were like, my hair. I just had my hair done.
Yeah.
Man, when it was swim day, I swam.
Oh, yeah, I swam.
Yeah, I
I didn't really care.
swam. I don't
Most
care.
of those girls kind of just waited in the pool because
Yeah.
yeah, I just had my hair done. I don't want to get it dirty.
I jumped off that diving board and swam. I took advantage of the however deep it was because it was pretty deep.
Yeah, it was really deep.
So nope, I took advantage of that. And it would be like first or like second hour of the day.
For us,
so the
yeah, it
whole
was
day you're
always, like, the first
like
and second.
chlorine the whole day. Because they only give you like 10 minutes after to like
Undress, clean up,
Undress and
whatever,
clean up.
before
My
the
hair.
bell rang.
Yeah, my hair would just smell like chlorine all day.
yeah. It's like 10 minutes is not enough for girls to shower and get dressed.
A lot of
and
girls,
go.
yeah, were late because of gym on swim days.
It's kind of like, why bother shower? Just do it when you get home. Put your hair up in a bun and go. It's not that big a deal. But then again, that's me. I was a tomboy, so.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some of those girls were bringing like shampoo and stuff. I'm just like, oh my gosh, girls.
I don't got time for that. It was no, couldn't do it.
But yeah.
I remember one day I came back from swimming and I got to my classroom and I was tying my hair and like the water flicked and it hit a cheerleader and she like looked at me and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And she was like, oh no, it's okay. I'm guessing you just got back from swimming. And I was like, yeah, I'm so sorry.
She sounds like one of those girls who had to walk around the pool because they didn't want to swim.
Yeah. Because you can tell that, like, by the way that she, like, flat ironed her hair and how straight it was, her hair is probably naturally curly.
Oh.
You know, like those type of girls. And so when she flicked her with water, she was kind of like,
It's going to frizz. Yeah.
and I'm like, I'm so sorry. So, yeah.
I always felt bad for those girls because it's kind of like, your natural curly hair is so pretty. Why do you want to straighten it?
It's always like what you want, what you don't have. Straight
Yeah.
hair, girls want curly hair.
It's kind of like me when I had my
Curly hair
frizzy
want
hair.
straight hair. So
Yeah, I straightened that shit. And now I'm like, it's too straight. It's too straight now.
At least you weren't like me and got my hair permed.
Yeah, that's
Because I wanted that curly hair. But of course, I did not know how to take care of it. So it didn't really look the way I wanted it. I was hoping that it would look. So, but yes. But I did make everybody's jaw drop when I walked into gym that morning.
Damn.
Yeah. Came in and it was all like poofing curly and everybody was all like, oh, Michelle, what'd you do to your hair?
You should be like, I got electrocuted. Just to see how they would react.
I pulled a Marv.
Oh my god.
No, but yeah.
But no, Molly, to answer your question, no, I was not in sports.
Well, I only play volleyball. Well, I mean, I wanted to play volleyball for school, but
You didn't make it?
No.
Like,
No, one, I was too short. Two, I think it was kind of the thing about trying out for like school sports and stuff like that. I just feel like those kids who made the team have already been playing. You know, whether it's like for private teams and stuff like that, so they automatically get onto the team. Whereas for people who generally like the game and actually want to try out and get on the team, I don't know how many of them actually even get on the team.
Right.
So it's just kind of like it's they definitely don't want like newbie noobs because it's kind of like we don't have time to train you type of thing, which is kind of dumb because it's like isn't that what playing sports is or being part of a sports team? Correct me if I'm wrong, people who do sports, but it's just, I just feel like I don't know. I guess when you are part of a school team like that, I understand in a way that you would need to be somewhat experienced. That way you can win.
Have you tried out for the volleyball team?
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay. Because like I know I have too, and yeah, like when like, because I remember I wasn't the only like newcomer. I think I did this in like 8th grade. I don't know when you did it.
Was it 8th grade? 9th grade? No, it was 9th grade.
Oh yeah, because I tried out in 8th grade, and like I don't know if you remember the process, but like my process was they like had you do overhand serves
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that, and then like at one point they kind of put you in a team of 3, and you kind of had to work together to like bring the ball over the net. I think one person will be on the other side, and the other 2 would be one would be setting, and then one would be hitting it over.
Yes.
Right? And so I know for me, the other 2 that was on my team and myself, we weren't a part of the team yet, because I noticed, because one of my friends, Ashley, she was already a volleyball player, and she was also trying out as well. She was so sweet, because like I couldn't overhand serve correctly, and so she like whispered to me, she's like, hey, you just need to drag your feet a little bit and bring your hand a little downwards a little bit more, and then it'll go over. And so I did that, and it finally went over. So she was super nice. But like obviously, kind of like what you said, you can kind of tell who has been on the team before, and then who are like brand new. And so it was me and this other 2 girls that got put onto a team together, and it was just so embarrassing because we couldn't like work together to get the ball.
That's the thing too, because it's kind of like, well, yeah, if you're gonna put all newbies together, of course they're not gonna look that great doing it.
Yeah.
But you
So
know.
I felt so like embarrassed because I was just like, everybody's watching, and you can tell that us 3 have no idea what the fuck we're doing. You know, and so yeah, it was just super hard. I don't know if you remember how your tryout was.
I don't remember the 3 people on a team thing, but it was basically, yes, everybody was doing the same thing. Like everybody was doing overhand serves, and the coach is basically just watching everybody to see who can serve well and whatever. So we did overhand serves. We did spikes and setting, and then they did put us on teams to play like a mock game to see how we work together and how we hit and dig and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, so we didn't do
So
that.
yeah. Overhand serving was fine for me. It was the spiking and the setting that I wasn't very good at, because that was just something that I didn't do because I was so short.
Yeah, we didn't have the jumps
Yeah.
to do it.
I mean, I understand, like, for a setter, because usually the shortest person on the team is always the setter. So I'm pretty sure they were looking for that in me because I was small. But I never had to set, because the volleyball games I would play were with Hmong people or like with family, and we never really set. We kind of just volleyed the ball over back to each other and serve and stuff. So the technical aspects of the game, we weren't very good at, because it was just for fun that whenever we played volleyball. But I also felt like if we really loved the game and we showed that we wanted to like improve, show potential and an actual interest in it, then they should at least give us a chance.
Yeah.
Because like I said, it's like, it's not hard to learn a sport. You just need to repetitive and just learn to get better.
I think, like, at our point, though, Michelle, I think since we were so old, I think at that point, they were like, we don't have time to try to find your potential, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, because I feel like Mika people, they put their kids in sports, like, really, really young, by, like, 4, 5.
4 or 5, yeah.
And so by the time they get to, we were, like, in 8th, 9th grade, that's, like, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, like they have like all those years of training, versus, me and you who come in and we don't really know what the hell we're doing. Or like at least the technical
aspects of it, yes.
Yeah.
It's like, we understand the game, you volley to each other and get the ball to the other side and hope the other side misses.
Yeah.
But if they had given us a chance, it would have been easy to learn You know,
Yeah.
the technical parts of it.
Yeah, that's the part that sucks.
So, but
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, we can't really blame them either because it's like growing up, you know, it's like our parents wouldn't let us explore those parts of ourselves. So
Mm-hmm.
we didn't get a chance to actually be on children's teams and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, which is why now with my kids, I always encourage them to try that stuff out. Like for example, with my oldest, I know he enjoyed running club in elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what grade he was in, like second or third grade, I believe. So he enjoyed running club. So we suggested that he try out for track.
Track and field.
Yeah, track and field.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know he would enjoy track and field better than cross country. Because cross country is pretty much marathon running, and that's not really his
Jesus.
thing.
Jesus. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's the same thing as like I said when he said when he went to go try out for that week or whatever. It just felt like everybody else was already ahead of him because they've already been doing like cross country like a couple years before, so he just felt inadequate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So he kind of just stopped going. And I'm just kind of like, ugh. It's like, I feel for you, kid. But, you know, it's just like, I don't know. It's kind of like, from the way it looked, or the way he talked about it, it just seemed like, even if you weren't a seasoned runner, like, I think if you had kept going to practice and stuff like that,
Yeah.
then they would have kept you on the team.
Mm-hmm.
However, depending on if you're good or not, they'll probably bench you or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But with us, when we tried out with volleyball team, they put out a list of people who made the team,
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they did that with track. So I had hoped that he had kept going, but he didn't because, you know, he felt behind, which I understood that too. But yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I was thinking of maybe putting Rowan into like some type of like baseball because he's recently like been interested in that. But of course, he showed interest like in the middle of the season. So it's like, well, I can't put you in baseball now because it's already started.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like either we might have to wait till next year or the next season to put you in.
Or you can just take him to batting cages.
Oh yeah, they
And
have
see if
that.
he
At,
likes-
That's true.
Yeah. And
They have that
see-
at Dick's, so you can batting ranges. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fun for him. But I'd really like to see him like play on a team
Yeah.
as well. So
Like, first of all, with your attitude, I need to see how you are in the batting cage. Because I don't need you to be.
you know, I think he only does that around us. But when he's like in front of peers and like coaches or teachers or whatever, he kind of keeps it to himself. So I mean, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing,
my
but
God.
yeah, he only reacts that way when he's around us.
Oh.
So, yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, probably take him to the batting cages and see how he does.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Interesting.
What about you, Anna?
yeah, you kind of quiet over there.
I was letting you guys talk. It may not look like it, but I did try out for the volleyball team, and I did make it onto a volleyball team, but I made it on Team B. You know.
Oh, okay. Still. Yeah.
So we were not like we weren't Team A, so there weren't that many games that we did play.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised that I even made it. I tried it out because my friend, Ariel, she's really sweet. Hi, Ariel. I don't know if you see this. But she wanted to try too, so we both tried out. And then she made it to Team A, and then I made it to Team B. And then, I don't know why. I forgot about that volleyball lore that I had. Yeah, I made
Wow.
the team. We played, and I think we didn't do so hot, but I remember a core memory that my friend Ariel was serving, and it was like the last points. We had tied,
Mm-hmm.
and she we kept tying because you have to do like at least like by up to 2 to win.
You beat 2 up, yeah.
So she was like inching towards winning, and so we're like, yeah, go. And then she was like, like we're all timid. We're only in 7th grade.
Oh, yeah.
So she was like, okay, and then she's like trying to like make it over, and she made it, and then like we all like ran to her, and like we were all like,
Oh,
my
she
God,
served an
yeah.
ace.
Yeah.
Oh.
So she did it. Like she served an ace for both of those points. So we won.
Sweet.
That was fun. And then what other sports experience I had? In high school, they were doing powder puff. I didn't know what that was, and that's when flag football was very popular for the Hmong community where I lived. So I was like, I had a lot of very sporty friends actually, and so in my head I was like, I'll try it out. So my friend, she like had us. We only like trained like one time because it's just powder puff, and then like I didn't really understand much, but I was just like, I get to hang out with you guys and not have to be at home. So I'm like, sure, cool, right? So we played. It was kind of hard. We only played that one game, of course, because it was powder puff. I played safety. That was really hard and scary.
What does that mean? Safety?
I was like
you're the
at the end where basically like just in case they throw it over. So I'm at the opposite. I'm at the end of our behind the
line?
team. Yeah, I'm behind the line, and I go back and forth just in case. That's at least what she made me do.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and that was my friend Bao. Hi Bao.
Aw.
She's still very sportsy too, but yeah, I think those are the only like sportsy things that I did. Wow, I was pretty active back then. Yeah.
Oh. We're opening core memories for you.
Yeah, I forgot about that volleyball lore.
Aw.
Just
But see, I don't. I like the whole Team A and Team B thing. It's like, why couldn't they do that with us?
It's because we're union. Union wants the best of the best.
Yes.
Okay, that's why. It's because we're union. We're not. I hate to say it. Union is just the best of the best. Like Union, Jinx, and Broken Arrow. Those are the best.
They don't give
school
you a
districts.
chance.
Yeah.
to get better. It's like
Yeah.
you better already
Because
be the
they spend so much money in athletics teams and stuff like that. They want the best of the best.
so they're taking it too serious then.
yes.
Yes, I feel like they do.
Yeah.
When I was, I remember that that's probably why I really liked doing sports up in Wisconsin where I was at, because there was a lot of really good sportsmanship. Like I remember that since we like lost like 7 out of the 10 games, I think it was something around that number, and it was sad, but like we always had very good sportsmanship, so it was really
It was fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And I just felt like at Union, like the sports teams were always like on the hush hush. Like I felt like you didn't really know how to try out for certain teams because I felt like it was just very hush hush. Like if you knew, you knew. If you didn't, then you didn't.
they're trying to gatekeep it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like
At least back then, it felt like they were trying to gate keep it.
Yeah.
But nowadays, now that they do communication like through emails and the special messenger that we have with teachers and staff and stuff, at least through that, I can get updates on if there are any sports tryouts going on. So, but back then, yeah, like you said, it's like
you didn't know. Like you
Nope.
didn't know if tennis was going on. You didn't know if volleyball was going on unless you knew. You knew people.
Oh my god, that reminds me of that that Hmong girl recently that got signed on to a wrestling team. Oh my gosh, she's such a badass. I don't remember her name,
Oh.
but she's so cool. She goes to like a local school here somewhere in Oklahoma, and then I guess like she got signed on to Northern Oklahoma College for the wrestling team. I'm like, oh my god, such a badass. And then there's a picture of her and her brothers, and they're all 3 of them
a wrestling.
are on the wrestling team.
Oh.
I'm like, oh yes, badass.
That's cute though. Yeah, I didn't do any sports when in school.
Yeah, no.
The only sporty thing you did was ceramics.
She did. Oh my love.
No, she never got to do the wheel thing. I thought.
yeah, that's
right?
true.
You
No, I
got to
never
do the
got to
pottery
do the
wheel.
I never got to
That's
do the
right.
wheel.
It's okay. You and Rod can go do it.
Oh yeah, no. I'm sorry. I just think about that, and I think about the mop thing that you step on.
Oh god.
Yeah, no. If I were to do sports in school, though, I think I would have been more of like a softball player. Honestly,
Yeah, I see
that.
you as a
Yeah.
softball player.
I would have been more of a softball player.
Yeah, you do got like strong arms.
The arms and like the legs.
Yep. Yep.
And you do
'Cause
got
even,
that
like,
toughness.
Even when they'll play like kickball, that was probably the best, the funner game to play.
Kickball.
Kickball is fun.
kickball.
It's fun.
And then I guess a lot of the gym people or gym teachers saw the way I was running from base to base, and they were just saying like, you could probably just try out for the softball team.
Oh, did you consider it?
I did, but then I think like Melissa said, the way they had their tryouts and
Tryouts.
stuff, you kind of had to ask around and figure it out.
Yeah, or
Like, know
like
people.
there wasn't any. It was just be like if you saw a flyer, you saw a flyer.
Yeah,
But if
It-
not, then
If not, then no, you wouldn't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
yeah, you had to be like with the right people to kind of know when tryouts were, or ask around instead of just seeing it.
yeah, like I said, it's different. It's a little different nowadays because school communicates with us parents through like emails and stuff like that. Whereas back then, I don't know if they did or not because our parents never said anything to us. So plus email wasn't that what's the word?
Big.
That big back in the day.
Or at least commonly used.
Yeah,
to
commonly
communicate.
used. So, so yeah, it was just phone calls whenever you were either in trouble, got suspended, or skipped class.
Oh, I had a lot of good memories during sports, so it was fun just to try it out.
I think I thought about it one time too. It's like if I kind of like with you, like if I had like a good friend who like wanted me to try out and like all that stuff, and I wanted to do it with them, I think I would have been a sports person. You know, for like the whole community of it. I think so. And I'm like me and Molly are like very competitive, but like we suck. Okay, we suck at the sport, but we're hella competitive. Okay. And so, like, I thought about it, and I was like, honestly, I don't, like, if I got to do, like, high school or, like, school again, I think my sport would have been, like,
I don't know what your sport
like
would've been.
cheerleading or something, or, like, some type of, like, competitive dance or something like that. I think that's what I would have.
Oh,
gone
you would have
into.
been color guard.
And I was like, you
Yeah.
probably would have been color guard.
Yeah. Because I don't know about y'all, but, like, with Union, their cheerleaders didn't have male cheerleaders. So it was just girl on girl
It was
holding each
literally
other up.
girls,
And so,
yeah.
like, all the cheerleaders that I knew of, they had big ass arms because they were the the base.
Oh, y'all didn't have any male cheerleaders?
No.
Oh, we
we
did.
It was all
We
girls.
didn't have any.
Oh, we did. I mean, there was only like 2 or 3, but yeah.
Nope, it was all girls. And so the girls that I knew of that I liked, the cheerleaders, yeah, they were all the base people.
Yeah, the
and so
bigger
they all
girls.
had-
Yeah, they were.
They all had guns. Like one time, I remember one of the football players were like, "Hey, Whitney, show us your guns." And she she pulled it out, and they're like, "Damn!" And I was just like, "Damn, dude, that's embarrassing. That hers is bigger than y'all's."
I think he probably was excited because he was like, "Show it, show it to us."
But yeah, I think that's what I would have done. It's probably either cheerleading or competitive dance or something.
Yeah, because now that you guys talking about your guys' tryouts, I think Rod, when he said, I think he did varsity soccer.
Oh,
Wow.
I don't know if is that with the school or not with the school.
That-
It is
is
with the school. You're just on a higher tier.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's varsity.
You're
Yeah.
like the first line, the first team.
Yeah, because
Wow.
he did varsity and he traveled a lot for games.
Oh,
And so he was telling me, he's like, I started soccer when I was like very little, and like even like I had asked him like when you went to go play went to go play like at the playground or the park or anything, what did you play? He's like, I just played soccer. Because I was telling him that like my siblings and I we would play on the playground when we get to go to a park.
The swings.
Yeah, and we'll we'll play on the playground and play some random games on the playground
with
And
our
he's-
imagination.
Yeah, and he's like, that is so weird, but that's kind of funny. And I
We're
was like,
using
what?
the playground how
Yeah.
it's supposed to be used?
Yeah. And he's like, I was like, what did you play with? He's like, I just played soccer in the field. I didn't really play on the playground at all.
Oh nope. So we saw playground. Let's go.
See, little kids playing that little, it's so sweet to watch though, because one of my nephews plays soccer, and his season just ended. But it's so funny because they're 5-year-olds, so like the parents are the ones that are fired up. I'm like, go, 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 and then like the kids are like politely waiting for each other. Or like my nephew, he's really good at kicking, but he doesn't follow through. So he'll kick it and he'll just watch it go. He's so sweet. Like they're so sweet to each other.
Oh.
Yeah, because when he was telling me about his soccer stuff, and then that was when I think Liam and them were kind of interested in soccer still. And I was like, you know, Rod, you probably can just teach the boys a little bit of soccer.
Can he handle that though?
But I was just like, but you have to be nice, okay?
I'm just saying 'cause he's competitive. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
he's very competitive.
Yeah, you have to be nice.
Gentle.
And I'm like, you and Michelle are probably on the same line of sportsmanship. Like, if you guys played together, y'all would probably be click. Because he would like tell like his uncle on his mom's side, he also plays sports, and when they play soccer together, they always clash because he has his own mindset of the game, and and then the other guy has his own mindset, so they'll yell at each other on the field, and I'm just like, damn.
It's like, okay, I'm only competitive when it's with people my age, when it's with peers.
Yeah, that's why I was like, I haven't seen you play because he plays soccer. He plays soccer on Monday nights, and so he'll play with like other people in the field. And then I'm like, I kind of want to see how you play because the way you say you get, because you say how you play, but then I've never seen it. So
I want to see you in your true form.
I'm like, no, I just want to see what you say is true. You know, if you're a very good sportsmanship, or you're just like solo and you kind of
watch him play?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't want me to watch him play.
Why? Because he's aggressive or something?
I don't know.
I would just show up.
I was like, I want to go see my man play. Sorry. Yeah, for real. Like, I'm gonna go see them in their element.
I know.
I think he's
Damn,
just
that's
embarrassed.
hot.
I like a man in
Oh,
uniform.
Mhm.
I would just like, I happen to stop by.
Yeah.
Didn't he play for, where does he play?
He plays at Soccer City.
Okay, I remember that. See, I put Liam in it
I remember.
when he was like really, really little. However, I feel like, I don't know, maybe I don't know much about how they teach kids to play, but it was just kind of like you start from the bottom, obviously, because of either your age or experience. And depending how well you do in that age group determines whether you repeat that that same class, or if you move on to the next one, right? And I just feel like, I'm thinking, how are they supposed to get better when we only come like once or twice a week, and you guys just do the same things over
Because
and
you're
over?
probably supposed to do it at home with your child.
Okay, well, the coaches never said anything to us
for like
about
to
it.
practice. Like, you need to practice.
Yeah, I think they
No.
just assume that this kid is also doing other soccer
at
stuff
home.
at home or
Yeah.
somewhere else.
I think that's
And
probably
that's
what
just-
happened.
Oh, well, I don't
Yeah.
know. They never said anything. It just looked like it was just for fun. Like, wasn't it? Just kind of give the kids something to do, or like maybe a little bit of coordination or whatever. Like, you guys seen the snaps that I've sent you a long time ago. They would be sitting in a circle and they
Yeah.
kind of play like the whole duck, duck, goose type thing. And I'm just kind of
Yeah.
like, what does that have to do with anything?
Probably to build a foundation on, to see how well they
play together. and
Yeah,
how
that's
good
true.
sportsmanship they have.
But again, it's just kind of like, well, how do you know that they've gotten better or good enough to where you send them to the next class? Because I'm just kind of like,
I'm pretty sure there's foundations to it.
they didn't say anything to us. We're
Yeah.
basically just watching them play with a soccer ball. And it was just kind of like, well, I don't know. Maybe it was because, yes, we were supposed to practice with them or whatever.
I'm pretty sure you're
But-
supposed to practice with him.
But again, they didn't say anything about that. They literally just say sign your kids up, and then we'll get them to play soccer, a little soccer ball in a class or whatever. But they never talk to like us or tell us, hey, he's doing so well. Maybe practice with him at home a little bit more. That way we can see a little bit of improvement and whatever, and he can move on. Nope, none of that.
Oh, maybe they
It just sounds like it's
assumed.
just an extra soccer thing.
Like it's not actual playing.
It's not actual
the
play,
game, yeah.
but
Yeah, I don't know. So it was just okay. That's why we stopped taking him because it's kind of like
extra schooling that they do, like after.
just a program.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I assume. That's what it is.
That's what it sounds like.
But I mean, like, I think it's good start though to kind of get him into that.
right
To see,
but
yeah.
yeah. But again, even then, even though we were parents, then we still didn't know like where we were supposed to go to actually sign him up for like little leagues and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like,
I'm pretty sure he has to make a team first, though. So that's what I'm saying. It was probably going to build up. Like if you kept going through, I'm pretty sure it would build up to where, well, this person or this kid kind of knows the foundation of it, and then once he gets better, we're gonna have tryouts for an actual team, and then you guys can come and try out for the little league team or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. We signed him up twice, and he was stuck in the same class. So we're like, okay, we're done. We're done. Because it was kind of like,
Yeah, I don't know how that works at Soccer City because for him, since they've already played all, they just needed a team, and then if they had a team, they could just find another team to to compete with, and then when that happens, they'll just go and play.
yeah.
So usually him and his friends will make a team, and then they'll just meet up Monday night. They'll probably play some teams, and then if not, then sometimes if another team needs like a fill in, then they'll just fill in for that person,
Oh.
and they'll play with them. Because I know one of Rod's friends and one of his aunts sometimes do that within the weekend, and they'll just come in and fill in for other players, and they'll just be there to play with other people to play soccer.
Me and my toxic self. I'm gonna just surprise.
Yeah, so
I would do that. I would be like, or don't even say anything. Just watch from afar.
but it's like his games are like late on on Mondays.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, he leaves like at 9, and then they start playing at 10, and then he's done by like 11:30, 12.
Dang.
Yeah. And it's usually like only like 1 or 2 games. That's it. Within those 2.
Well, soccer games are long though, aren't they? That's
Yeah.
why.
Well, listeners out there, if you've got any like tips or like know of any little leagues for 8 and 5-year-olds, please say something or let me know, because I would like to get my kids into some sporty things to kind of keep them active and busy instead of just on devices all day.
We could probably help you look. It's probably through the city or through
It
the
probably-
public schools, and we just don't know.
Oh yeah, because I know I looked at like YMCA,
Yeah.
but their season had already started
Uh-huh.
for at least for baseball. So I don't know what else to do for Rowan. And Jensen, I don't even know what his interests are, but I mean, t-ball or soccer would probably always be a good start for him.
Honestly, you can see if he'll do bowling.
Who?
Rowan. Would that be weird for him?
Oh, I don't know.
Might be too heavy.
Apparently, Union had a bowling team.
I do remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? Like there were so many teams that we didn't know
Yeah, 'cause
about.
I didn't know because Rod's friend, his friend Ivan, he was in the bowling league for Bixby, and he competed against Union before, and I'm like, I did not know Union had a bowling team. He's like, yeah. That's like whenever like we went bowling that one time with his friends, and then his friend Ivan was just showing off at everything. But the way he throws, I'm just like, poor ball. Kind of thing.
Oh my god.
Because this is how hard he throws it. I'm just like. And then every
Kind of like, are you sure you're supposed to throw it that far?
yeah, and then every time we go bowling, there's always like those old elderlies over here, the seniors, like playing like a whole like senior day at bowling, and they have like their own balls and everything, and this is like, dang.
But yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of sports that I didn't know about that schools did. But yeah. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to talk about today, since not a lot of people knew that some of us played sports. I would say. I mean, I didn't play sports, but like Melissa said, we're competitive.
But
We just suck.
But we suck.
The only time I played volleyball was for the Hmong New Year, and that was only like twice. That was it. So
Yeah, so that's how I was like. We got the competitiveness, but then sports wise, no. We have nowhere to put the competitiveness to, except for games.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I mean, we would try our hardest to help y'all win, but we're not the greatest.
Yeah. But yeah, that's all what I'm here to talk about today. I hope you guys enjoyed listening to our sports stuff and our wannabe sports knowledge, which I still don't have. But yeah, I hope you guys have the good rest of your days and see you guys next time. Bye.